some people call you Bill Gates of Pakistan. Will you tell us what is the background of this and how did you develop the sector of IT in Pakistan?
For taking a sector which is very important for Pakistan economy. Bill Gates is a bit exaggeration, but nevertheless, it's important that IT industry of Pakistan be recognized. We started the company 16 years ago when IT industry of Pakistan was not recognized or not even seen. So we were a bit fortunate to come in the business when not many people were doing it. I'm talking about mid 1990. And starting the company, we were again fortunate to be at the right place at the right time. We got the right opportunities to get business. We did that. But more than that, we were able to develop our own identity by developing our own product line. Today, if you're recognized and if people are giving us a name, it's because we were able to put Pakistan's name in the IT map of the world by being very innovative. One thing we did from day one was very quality conscious. And over the 16 years, our focus was to create an organization or a company which is recognized globally as the most quality-oriented organization. For that, we went after the best quality standards. And in 2005, we became the first company of Pakistan to achieve CMM level 5, which is the best quality standard in the world for software development. Now, what that did was bring not just NetSol in the world's eyes, but Pakistan also. Because suddenly, name Pakistan came into the list of the elite countries in the world which had level 5 companies, which are very few. Globally, there are only 150 companies in the world which have level 5, and only 25 countries in the world with level 5 companies. So what we did, we brought Pakistan into that map. So this is why the name, people start giving title because they recognize what NetSol has done. So our two major achievements. One, have the best quality standard. Second, have our own product which is designed and developed in Pakistan by our young developers in Lahore. So that also gave us the identity. So I presume that title comes from that side.
Pakistan's IT progressive achievements through your company, but everybody looks at Pakistan from the other side. Security problems, political instability, some other problems. That how do you manage to you break through all these difficulties, and how do you assess the investments in this field, IT field?
It's very interesting what happened to us. Since the start of the company, we saw a Pakistan which had a lot of difficulties, a lot of political instability, and then after 2001, a lot of Pakistan got very different names, in terms of terrorism and all that. Somehow we kept facing our customers. Whenever we go to a customer and do present ourselves that we can sell them our product or services, obviously the concern in their minds will come up, oh, but Pakistan has so many problems. Well, we were able to convince them, look, we will deliver our promises. Please take our services. Let us prove to you that we can deliver a quality service and a product from Pakistan. But some of them were good people, others were not. They will now say, sorry, Mr. Ghauri, thank you very much, but we can't take the risk. But people who were good, they let us, show us what we can do. So there were few of them in the early days. We took their business and we delivered. But it doesn't matter what happened in Pakistan, we delivered. And we delivered good quality, product and services. So gradually, other customers saw that NetSol is the company from a country which is not famous for IT, but does deliver quality product services at a very economical rate. Now remember, we were able to provide very economical services, the top and best quality. So gradually, the one who took the service were happy. They had this company who was very keen, very hungry for work. They will do a good work. So they were really benefiting. Others saw that. So gradually, over the last 8 years, customers start coming in. They ignored the Pakistan name and they looked at NetSol delivering services. I believe that was great. And today, Tariq, when I go, nobody talks about issues in Pakistan. They talk about, oh, where can we deliver and how soon can we deliver? That's great. I'm very happy that that happens over the period.
That's a very good point that you just mentioned. But now tell me, what is your future ambitions? I mean, do you think that you are, in the coming years, you will be able to compete big companies like Microsoft and others?
But we are. Not the future. We are doing it today, alhamdulillah. We are now challenging some big names against their software, and we are winning. Let me share with you. In China, we have captured over 90% of our market of one segment, which is financial sector in leasing area. Now we have got 90%. Now what it means that we have competed against the Oracles and SAPs of the world and won the business against them, beside small players. So we've done that already. We are still a very young company, only 15 years old, very, very young. I believe next 5 years, our product will be a global product and it will challenge some of the biggest name. And we are not afraid of the companies from either India or others, because they are very good companies there. We are competing with them and winning business against them. So we are not worried about it at all. We have a big aim. In next 5 years, we believe the product we have developed and designed will be like, in the world like Oracle and others. It is already capturing the customers. In Asia Pacific, we are the main supplier. We are focused in North American market now and Europe market. And I believe that next 5 years will be critical for us, because we are getting mature, we are getting recognized, and obviously that takes time. Please understand that IT industry takes its maturity time. It takes about 20 years. We have done our first 15. We have done the difficult part. So I'm very happy that, now that we have passed our 15 years, we are, mashallah, we are in a good phase where recognition is there and customers coming up. In fact, there's a lot of pressure for us to deliver. So we have to expand our shop now. So we have to build more buildings, we have to move more people. That's a very good sign. So I think next 5 years are critical for us to prove to the world that we have a world-class product out of Pakistan, and we are very proud to tell the world it is made in Pakistan. We are not shying away telling the world we are doing from somewhere else. So we tell everybody it is done in Pakistan.
Let me have one question, two parts. Number one is that India also, as you just mentioned, they are competitors. There are also China. There are so many, but you have a good positions in this business. But as India also from time to time launch a cyber war against Pakistan, and they have also abilities of abilities of the IT personnel there. How do you see these competitions of the cyber warring and IT business in the regions? And where is the second part is where is the you stand, your investment map stands towards the Middle East?
Let me first go back to the very important part of competition. To me, competition is very healthy. Look, if you want to be the best in the world, then you have to compete with the best and then win against them. Then you become good. So that's great. We have done that in the past. This is why we focused on the quality first before we went outside. So we got the best quality. The level of quality we've got, it's as par with all other Indian companies. So we are at par. And then, of course, with our product line, we're also at par with them. So there's no problem why we can't compete. So we'll compete. And we'll win, we'll lose some. But gradually we'll increase our customer base and our name will come up in a name where other people will look at us, okay, this company is challenging us. So that's great. We're competing with Chinese companies, we're competing with Indian companies, and then of course we do compete with European and American companies. And most cases, especially we have a very niche area of leasing and financing, which others saw a bit late. We came in early. So we already have a lead of about 7-8 years from other companies. Indian companies did good with banking software, but they didn't look into the leasing business. Well, we looked into the leasing, not banking. So we became a little bit, expert in this area already. So we have a lead. So that's fine. But we are happy with the competition. We'll take it and we will do better always. Second part of the question is, Middle East is a very important market for us. We have got a joint venture in Saudi Arabia with a group called Atib Group, and we have created a new company called Atib Netso. Now this company is based in Riyadh, and this company is looking at the full Middle East from there. We have very high hopes for that area because we believe we bring a lot of value. We bring very economical services compared to our competitors. Our rupee is at all-time low against dollar, which helps our exports, and it helps us provide a better price for a dollar, and it provides us better ability to pay to our people a better salaries. So we benefiting from that low value of the rupee against dollar in many terms. With that in mind, we offer pricing which is very competitive, still not very low, because we are in domain area. We do not charge low rate at all. But what we offer is a best service against that dollar price. So in Middle East also we are offering the same. We are seeing a lot of penetration for us now. We already have customers in Saudi Arabia using our product, and I believe from there we'll launch in Emirates, and we go even in the African region, we'll go from Middle East. So that is a big upcoming market for us.
What is your perceptions on the cyber war? I mean, that's from time to time between India and Pakistan.
I mean, people will always do things, silly things. And I believe that our people can match that. We have got, I don't believe this is constructive for any side at all. I think IT should be used positively, not negatively. We saw, in fact, we got some threat also for our website, and we protected. We are not going to create threat for others, but we can protect ourselves. We are very confident that we in Pakistan can protect our industry and our public sector through our own ways of creating our firewalls. So I'm very confident, and we have offered our services to our Pakistani sector also, that look, we can protect, let's not be fraud. But I don't believe that we will go in the same game. We will not waste our time in negative approach at all. We are very happy with our business approach. We'll focus energies in the positive side and win business, rather waste our energies in the cyber war. If need be, I can assure you that Pakistan has got very talented young guys who can defend and protect. We don't need to attack. I believe we will defend ourselves very, very well.
Well, you were an honorary ambassador to the Australian in Pakistan. How does it come, and what is the relations between this and your companies?
I think it is all pure luck that I'm an Australian national also. I lived in Australia before coming back to Pakistan, so that one relationship. But Australian High Commission, Ms. Zorika McCarthy, met me about 5 years ago. And she was very impressed with what we were doing in Lahore. And she was really, said, I mean, she was, for Pakistan, she was happy to see IT industry like that and what I achieved as Australian national coming back to Pakistan. So with all that in mind, she approached me and said, would you like to be our honorary consul in Punjab and Lahore? To me, that was a surprise. That was just come out of the blue, and it is an honor. And I just said, Madam High Commissioner, I'm not sure what to say to you. But I said, yes, of course, I will do that. And then they approached Australia, Canberra, and put my request there to appoint me as a honorary consul. That came back, and Pakistan government was happy to accept my nomination. So it was, I believe that, it was great to be acknowledged. I believe that, when one works hard and do something, and there is a recognition that gives you a good feeling, and you work harder and you want to do more. So to me, it was a recognition by Australian government who acknowledged some of the work we did in Pakistan for Pakistan IT industry, and for them, I think they wanted to appreciate that, and they knew Pakistan needs that. I think it came from that. For them, it was important that Pakistan needs somebody to do some work, and I was doing it, and they acknowledged that. So I was grateful for that. It was a grateful feeling for that.
You are being, appreciated by the Australian government. What about the Pakistani government? Did they appreciate your investment in this field and your success within this field? How would that?
Most important thing for an entrepreneur is not to depend upon public sector. That's very important. Entrepreneurs are people who do not need any help at all. They make their investment, they take their risk, and then they create whatever organization they create. I think that goes for us also. We invested our own money. We were about Pakistan, not about the public sector or not about the government. Our investment is for the people of Pakistan. Our work is for people of Pakistan and youth of Pakistan. So first of all, we never looked for any appreciation from the Pakistan. There is appreciation. I've been invited to be advisor to the public sector most of the time in Punjab government and the federal government. Even now, I've been asked to advise the new IT minister. He came to our office, very kind of him, Sardar Asif, came to our office. And first thing he said, Mr. Ghauri, I want you to be advisor on the board because we need people like you to assist us and advise us. So I believe that is good recognition. That is more than enough we need. In fact, we don't want public sector to interfere in our growth because we can grow on our own and we can do a lot more without interference. So I think that's good. But there is appreciation, definitely. And there is recognition by the media and by the public sector. And I'm very grateful to the people who do recognize and do call us all the time and do come to me. See, whenever there's some delegation, Islamabad send it to my office. That's good enough recognition. I think that's great, and I'm grateful for that.
My last questions. I'm interested in knowing your successful life story. If you tell us, I know it will take a long hours if you will talk about it, but briefly, what is the success behind as a businessman?
This question was asked to me about some student came to my office, Tariq, about 2 years ago from Peshawar University, very young people, and they were very impressed with the environment. So they sat in my office and one of them asked me, Mr. Ghauri, can you tell me the secret to success? And I said, failures. I said, until you fail a few times in life, you will not be successful. Tariq, this is what life is about. one has to have the belief in their ability to achieve something, and for that, even if they fail a few times, they must keep going. I believe this is my story of life also. Starting my career in Saudi Arabia, in fact, I started my life with Citibank Riyadh in '79 as a very junior IT department, as a computer department. But something happened. I loved that field in computing at that time, so I went overboard to learn about computing. And I was lucky when I was starting my career, PCs were coming, and Bill Gates was coming at that time to sell his DOS. I believe this is what happened to me at that time. I went after learning about computing and the future of computing. This is where the success came from. You know, your zeal and your ability to go after and learn things and then apply them in your life. I believe I was lucky to born in that time and to start my career in the time when computing was changing from big computers to small computers. And I believe that's what I adopted. So 30 years now, and I've done nothing in my life but to design and build systems and build computers. And I believe that is important for people to understand. Success doesn't come overnight, or success is not measurable. I mean, I don't know what is success. But whatever we have done, I believe we have done well. And it's all because, you know, there was a belief in whatever I was doing. And God has been showing me the way. I believe very lucky. My father is my guiding light. He was the one who's entrepreneur in his life. That's very important to understand. I saw my father struggling very hard in his life, but always very positive. He was an amazing man, very positive man. With all the difficult times we saw in our life, but he was always smile and keep going every day out to make his living. And that came to us in never, never, never give up. Keep trying and something will happen. And this is what happened to us. That's what happened to us after a long time, you know. We tried and tried.
Mr. Ghauri, thank you very much for being good, and pleasure meeting you. Thank you very much.
I'm grateful.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Good.